Hello everyone and welcome back to some more esports talk. In the scene of Valorant, we have a lot of very wide ranges of ages of different players. Generally though, it seems to be a much younger scene than maybe something like CSGO. One player, for example, would have to be 100T Hiko, who is 31 years old, which is fairly old in the Valorant scene. Shroud, of course, addressing this while streaming with Hiko, saying, hey man, you should just retire at this point.
You have just jets just updraft dashing.
It's too fast, man. It's not about like being tactical, although like of course you can strategize and all of that, but it's more about having every single player being able to adapt and think on the fly as fast as possible. That's what it's about. You can't have one boomer, you can't have two boomers, you definitely can't have three. You have to have zero boomers if you want to be on top, and that's just a fact. So I'm sorry, Hiko, but it might be time for you to full-time stream. Join me. Join me, man.
Yeah, but what if you're a boomer and you're playing like Killjoy, where you have something that literally aims for you and stuns them and slows them for you, and mollies, like and double damage, like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is an option.
I have to say, pretty bold of Shroud just to straight up say, hey, just be like me and retire, because boomers shouldn't be on these Valorant teams to begin with, because we're just weighing them down. At the end of the day, we're just not as good as these Zoomers are. We're just not. It's just, that's the fact of life. We can't click heads the same way that someone like Asuna can. It's just not going to happen. And Shroud is probably the best example of this, of a retired player who has been successful in the streaming world. We have these conversations all the time where we think people like Call of Duty players should always retire because they do so well on their streams compared to how much they're making in the competitive environment. Shroud goes on to say that, hey, he doesn't even remember the last time that he cared about something. It was probably like a year or two ago.
You use aimlab, Mike?
No, actually, I never have. Probably should. I really stopped caring. Probably about
what?
Probably
about your aim, or
no, just in general. Probably about
just
like
everything.
Probably about like 2 years ago, I think. A year or two. I just stopped giving a fuck. You know?
No, I get it. I see it.
Was that around the time where you just secured the giantest bag ever in a few months?
I don't know where people get this bag from.
Oh, we know, Shroud.
This bag thing, this rumor.
Yeah, I don't know. I was at Mike's house the other day and he asked me for $20. So
I'm not super sure if I believe Shroud there when he says that the bag is just some sort of rumor, because we all know about the Mixer deal that Shroud got. It is notorious. It is very famous because of the amount of money he made in such a short period of time due to that contract being broken by Mixer because Mixer shut down. And so I'm not sure he can really deny the bag, but it certainly does show that there are some huge opportunities out there for streamers. Shroud, of course, probably just the higher end of these examples where a lot of people aren't going to be as successful as he is, but he's even gotten to the point where he doesn't even know what his sub count is.
I don't think I've read a sub in months.
Dude, I remember.
Okay.
Dude.
You
Dude,
can f off, Mike.
Listen, I was talking to Shroud, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, what's your sub count? Is it like public information? Do you tell? And he's like, honestly, I don't even know. I haven't looked in about 6 months now. Let me check. He literally said he had no idea and he had to go check to see.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy, dude. Honestly, we strive to be you on that.
Shroud having a perspective that many people do not, as he was a former pro. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see someone like him start an organization that was all former pros turn content creators. I think that would be a cool idea, but it's interesting to see him kind of try to usher someone like Hiko into content creation and maybe see if the legend of Shroud could be repeated, where a pro player turns into a content creator that is wildly successful. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this, and until next time, I'll catch you later.